And actually, can I get you that way a bit more? There we go. I know it just gets us a bit of the view. Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bold Explorer, out on another walk, and this is another of the videos I'm making in Dorset, and I'm joined once again by the lovely Dave Ford. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Richard. Hello, everybody.
We are standing on the edge of almost a sheer drop by this wonderful body of water with these terrific hills.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know where I am, so Dave, where are we?
It's a good point. We're at a place called Lulworth Cove.
Ah, yes, the very famous Lulworth Cove.
I think if you're coming to the Jurassic coast, you've got to come to, there's two iconic places to go to. One's Lulworth Cove and the other's Durdle Door. And
Durdle Door will be in another video, so keep watching.
So Lulworth Cove is, I suppose, roughly halfway between Weymouth in that direction and Swanage in that direction, and as you can see, we're right by the sea on the Dorset coast.
It's a lovely we're gonna take a little trip down there, and then you're gonna tell us how it all formed.
Well, in layman's terms,
yes please.
But we've come here, it's just 8:30 in the morning. At the moment we've got the place to ourselves, which is great. It does get popular. I believe something like 500,000 people come to Lulworth Cove each year.
And I can imagine on a bank holiday Monday it probably feels like there's 500,000 people there then.
It is, but no, I think hopefully we'll have it to ourselves and have a good look around.
Let's take a trip down to the bottom, because I'm eager to see what it is down on the ground by the sea level, and then you're going to tell us how it all formed. Well, just be careful not to actually fall in. Oh, I got to get my feet wet here. Just come down to the water's edge here. Just really wanted to point out, I think I'm right in thinking, am I, Dave, that behind us is the Isle of Portland?
Portland, yeah, Portland. You can just see in the distance.
Or Portland Bill, is it?
Portland Bill, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, right back there.
Chesil Beach, just to the right of it.
And Chesil Beach. Yeah. So this is the bay, the cove, and let's just get off these stones and then we can tell people how it's formed, because I know you've been mugging up. So, Dave, come that would be great. How did it form?
Okay.
I know you were mugging up on the geology.
Look, well guys, we're no experts, but this is roughly how the cove was formed. You have the sea, and then directly behind that there's a layer of very hard limestone called Portland limestone. Behind that, slightly softer limestone called Purbeck limestone.
Okay.
And then behind that layer, moving back inland, you have clay, which is a lot softer. And then behind that is sand, and then finally you have a layer of chalk. And basically at some stage there would have been a breach in the hard limestone, water would have come through, and once that happened it starts eroding the much softer limestone and clay and sand behind, and that's why you get this cove. And you get the cove shape. Once the gap is open, the tide comes in and the water, I think it's called diffracts to the sides, and that's why you get this lovely sort of cove formation. And science lesson over. Yeah,
but what's interesting is there's not that many of them. I mean, there are coves, but you have much wider beaches. They're beautiful things.
I think it's because of this area, and we'll probably talk about later how the rock structure changed over the years. And in fact, later on we'll be looking at Stair Hole, which is like a baby Lulworth Cove, which hasn't yet formed.
Oh yeah.
But it's peculiar to this particular area where you have the hard limestone first and then a much softer stone behind it.
And the Purbeck stone is softer than Portland stone, is that right?
So I believe.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're going to take a stroll around this cove, and then we're going to end up looking down on, what did you say it was called?
Oh, Stair Hole.
Stair Hole, which is a sort of mini cove.
Correct.
Brilliant. Yeah. Well, let's do that. This is really joyous. Looks like we've got company over there. Little boat has just come in, and remarkably we've seen a little, is it a mallard duck?
Looked like it.
Looked like a mallard duck on salt water, which is. I have been here once before when I was a kid, but I really haven't been here since then. So this is wonderful to come back and look at it.
You have a few Doctor Who fans that follow your videos, Richard.
Oh, they do, yes.
The series, the Doctor Who series, The Curse of Fenric, was filmed here in 1989. I've no idea the story.
Well, we know that there are viewers who will know that and no doubt make a comment. It's just looking at that, the layers that you can see that are exposed. It's principally sand and chalk by the looks of things here on the cliffside. And then on the floor, on the beach rather, you've got a mixture of what looks like sort of flinty stuff, but the white stuff must be
very light coloured, but I've no idea.
It's either Purbeck.
It's quite it's
stone
smooth to touch, but there's a sort of texture to it as well.
Yeah.
So it feels soft, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of effect that the Purbeck marble has, is it?
Well, yes,
polished.
I think, so I believe that Purbeck limestone they used to polish up to make it look like marble. So if that is it, you can understand why.
Well, I went into a church yesterday in Kingston and had a look, and I was told later by somebody else who was an architect who I stumbled across, and he said that the columns and the capitals had been made out of Purbeck limestone and polished, and it looked remarkably similar. That said, Portland stone is also very similar. But looks like they've come into more up.
Smugglers,
that's it. Well, you can imagine, I mean, that's the other thing. Go back in time to the 18th and 17th centuries, and a place like this, these days has all the tourist elements of it, but before people came down to the coast to take to the waters, the smugglers would have found a cove like this very enticing. And presumably that coastal path you were telling me about in the previous video, where the coast guards were running up and down, would have come round here.
Yeah, it goes along the top, and we'll be going on it later when we go to Durdle Door.
Excellent. Right, well, we'll press on and have a look at, I've forgotten it again.
Stair Hole.
Stair Hole. Try and remember, Vobes. Try and remember. It's hard work walking on that shingle, isn't it?
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. But what a variety of stones and shingle.
Yes, definitely. Well, we're coming back up to the main entrance. This is where when you arrive, you come here, and we've got the Boat Shed Cafe, which looks like either an old fishing boat storage place, or even a lifeboat station. I don't know. And then your little lane that goes up to all the traditional fish and chips, it says, and marketing, and all the sort of tourist stuff that you want.
And there is a heritage centre just up here.
Oh, is there?
Which gives all the sort of history behind the place, and there's great fossils. It's a good place for kids to have a look around, certainly.
And then there's just that stunning view, the view that you face when you come in the normal way. Look at that. Sign here that says the Coastal Path, and I guess that's what we're doing. So we'll up there. Righto, Dave. The one thing you can guarantee when you're walking on the coastal path in Dorset as opposed to Worthing, where I live, is you're going to go up and down a lot of hills, and that's good for the legs, isn't it, Dave?
That's why I brought my stick.
Leaving Lulworth behind, there's a commemorative stone here. 185 million years of Earth history is what that's commemorating. Dave has already got ahead of me. He is up here, up these little, what look like flagstones, up, and we will see what we will see. Wow.
So
look at that.
That is Stair Hole.
Gosh.
And you can say in about 10 million
years.
No, 10,000 years time they reckon that this will develop into a cove similar to Lulworth Cove next door. You can see this pattern of rock.
Oh yes, racing up and
yeah.
down, vertical lines, which of course originally was horizontal.
That's right. You know, most normally it'd be horizontal with the oldest rock at the bottom and youngest at the top. But this particular pattern is, I believe, it's called Lulworth Crumple on this side and just underneath from where we are. It was formed, get this right, 25 million years ago, when the continent of Africa started bashing into the continent of Europe and pushed everything. That's when the Alps were formed, around about that time.
Right,
and
okay.
it all sort of rippled through here, so it literally pushed everything sort of vertically. So you got the oldest rock nearer the sea and the youngest rock inland.
I know. I read a book by Richard Fortey, who. Well, I'm reading the book, and it's about geology, and it talks about how the landscape, one way to picture it is like an unmade bed, how the blanket is ruffled. What's the word I'm looking for?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Good analogy. Yeah, you can picture it. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
And it's all like that with the layers, which explains why they get vertical or 45 degrees or whatever they are.
But another good spot from here, view-wise, you've got Portland looking a bit clearer, Chesil Beach, and I'm guessing that must be Weymouth over in the distance there.
Just lit up for us.
And the sun's just beginning to poke through as well. So
I've just come down to the bottom of Stair Hole here. Dave's monitoring the situation, but I just wanted to get down right onto the sea level. I saw there were ropes, you see, and it looked like you couldn't do it, but then there was this bit where you could get right down, and I'm thrilled to be able to do this, although it is a little bit rocky. This is just staggering. I love it. I really love it. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I'm guessing that's the breach where there would have been a bit of a fault, and once the sea's got in, it starts eroding all those layers, which you can see as Dave pointed out over there. And then the Lulworth Crump that Dave's been telling me about, it's just over there behind me. But this is exhilarating. Well, we've run out of time on this particular look at Lulworth Cove, but we're going to Durdle Door, one of my favourite spots of all time, and I'm very excited about that. I haven't been back there for, I don't know, 30 something years, so I'm very excited about that. I'm hoping it's what I remember it to be. But in the meantime, thank you, Dave, for bringing me to Lulworth Cove. I'm sure I did come here as a kid. I don't overly remember it, but I'm sure my dad would have taken me here. He was very keen on this area. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, become a patron, support what we do, leave a comment, tell me if you've been here, engage with us, as they say, and all will be good and dandy. Thank you, Dave.
okay.
Till the next time.
Cheerio.
Goodbye.